Hello everyone, welcome to week 4 of This Week in Comics. We're here, as we are every week, at Comic Connections in Banbury, and we're going to be looking at the comics that come out this week, the 24th of January 2018. Now I'm going to mention, although we're trying to get you to come into our lovely shop, Comic Connections, there it is again, all the comics we're going to be discussing here come out the same day around the world. So wherever you are in England or America, you can get these comics from your local comic shop, and we want you to support your local comic shop. So if you're in Bedford or Northampton or Peterborough, you go and see Close Encounters. If you're in Leamington, you go and see Spartown. If you're in Nottingham, you go to Page 45. You get the idea. There's plenty of good comic shops in this country, and you need to support your local. That said, if you can't get anything, we do mail order worldwide. We have Facebook, we have Twitter, we have this YouTube channel. Hit us up if you need anything that you see in a video or anything you can't find. All the details are in the doobly-doo. Let's get on with comics. So, my picks this week. My first pick is Flash 39. Or, if you prefer, Flash 700. I prefer Flash 700. They did this with Action Comics. They did it with Superman, and they did it with Batman. Action Comics and Detective are already back to their normal numbering. I like it when the comics have their old numbering. I've really enjoyed Flash since the reboot. I'm not even a big Barry Allen guy, but this has been a good read. Mostly I'm just chuffed that Wally West is back in the DC universe, and that's why Flash 39 is one of my picks of the week. Needs more Wally West. My second pick this week is Marvel 2-in-1 issue 2. I love this book because I love the Fantastic Four. We don't have Fantastic Four comics at the minute, so this is the next best thing. And actually, if it's anything like issue 1, it is basically a Fantastic Four book because you've got Ben, you've got Johnny, and they're asking the question, where are the Fantastic Four? What happened to us? I've loved this. It's been one of my favourite Marvel books. Chip Zdarsky is just knocking it out of the park with this one. You've got Doctor Doom doing his Iron Man thing in this one as well. So yeah, it's a great Marvel title. There's not super huge amounts of Marvel books I recommend at the minute. This is absolutely one of them. Not enough people are reading this, so come in, get it on your standing order, look at it. It's great. Buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it. Okay, so hopefully I confused some of you by not making this my first pick of the week. Doomsday Clock issue 3. By now, you must be on board with Doomsday Clock. We've been pushing the hell out of book 1 and 2. We still have issues 1 and 2 in print at cover price. So don't think you need to go online and pay over the odds for any of the covers, whether it's the lenticular cover to issue 1, the second print of issue 1, or the standard print of issue 2. We have them all in store. Come in and see us. We can do mail order as well. Doomsday Clock, if you're not reading it, there's no excuse because we're making it as easy as we possibly can to come in and pick up this great book. It's Gary Frank, it's Jeff Johns, it's the DC universe and the Watchmen universe smushing together. What more can you want than that? And if you're one of those people that says Alan Moore wouldn't like it, that's fair, but you know, Steve Ditko, Bill Finger, Joe Simon, Siegel Shuster, there's a lot of people who've been messed over in comics. That doesn't make it right. Just consider that Watchmen started life as a Charlton Comics property, which DC fully owned the rights to, and that should help you rest at night and read this book without any guilt. My fourth pick for This Week in Comics, episode 4, is Ringside. I've probably not mentioned this before. I used to do wrestling on the UK indie scene. It was a lot of fun. I still have a lot of fondness for wrestling, even though I don't really watch a lot of the product anymore. Ringside is the first wrestling comic that I found, which I felt actually really does at times feel like you're still backstage at a venue. It's a really good independent comic. Image do a great job putting out some really good creator-owned books. Ringside is one of those. If you like wrestling, and I'm aware that not everyone does, a lot of people don't like wrestling who are into comics, and they prefer to see their superheroes running around in spandex doing superhuman adolescent male power fantasy, and somehow think that's different to what wrestling is. I like wrestling, I like comics, I like Ringside. My fifth pick this week is Southern Bastards issue 19. Why? Because every Southern Bastards issue is a top pick. Every Southern Bastards release should be a big deal. We always have the graphic novels in stock. I know 19's not the best jumping on point. If you're not on board with this great gritty crime comic set in the Deep South, it's got a lot of American football in it, which I didn't think I'd be on board. Sometimes there's even recipes in the back from the creators, Jason Aaron and Jason Latour. Check it out. It's a whole heap of fun. It's violent, it's in your face, it's smash mouth, and it's Jason Aaron at his absolute best. And that's why I recommend Southern Bastards. as I do with every issue of this book. My 5.5 pick this week is actually a title that came out last week and we managed to get restocks on. Ice Cream Man issue 1 from Image Comics. This is sold out everywhere. It's going for like £8 to £10 on eBay. That's ridiculous. Don't do that. Come in store. We've got them on the shelf at cover price. And if you put it on your standing order, it's even cheaper. What more could you want? Ice Cream Man. Come and check it out. See what the hype's about. Yeah, so my first graphic novel pick this week. I know, we'll get to that in a minute. This is Nailbiter. It's a good horror comic. I'm not traditionally a huge fan of horror. There's this town in America, I should be able to remember the name of it, I've read every issue of this and I've forgotten, where a lot of serial killers have come from traditionally. This book is set in that town and there's a serial killer going around doing his thing. It's very good. There's not huge amounts of horror comics, but we do have a lot of customers who come in who like horror, and I recommend you check this out. Nailbiter Volume 1. It's a very good book. Give it a look. My second graphic novel pick this week is purely because I could not choose. You must have heard the fuss and the hype surrounding X-Men Grand Design just recently. We have the second print of that on the way. We've ordered the graphic novel heavily. What you might not know is Ed Piskor, the guy behind that, is also very well known for doing the Hip Hop Family Tree. There's 4 volumes of this. They're all oversized Treasury editions. They've won heaps of awards. They're bestseller books on the New York Times list. Absolutely great book. If you want to know the history of hip hop in America, because that's where it came from, this is the book for you to check out. It's really, really good. I've been looking forward to this one coming in for so long, and I'm looking forward to giving it a reread because it has been a couple of years since I first looked at it and I never finished it. So what else is happening in store? Well, it's the last week of the sale, so if you've not been in and checked out our 1,000 graphic novels that are in the sale, you really should. It's more like 900, 850 now. We sold quite a few. Come in and check out our graphic novel section. We really do have a ridiculous amount of stock. We also have an in-store signing on the 27th, which is a Saturday. We have Cassie Sark and See No Kibble. They will be selling Unrustable Bastards. It's actually the official launch party for this toy. It's a Kickstarter product which did incredibly well. It's the first full-size transforming product that's ever been funded by crowdsourcing. So that's a pretty cool achievement, and we're having a launch party right here in store. That's about it for this episode. Thank you for watching. Next week we're going to be discussing the price reduction we're having on comics at the beginning of February. That's right, we're actually making our comics cheaper. Other than that, like, comment and subscribe. Please share the video because we need to be having like 150 views a week. Otherwise, it's not worth our time doing this. I want this to be an ongoing thing, so please share it, please comment, do whatever you can to support us. You already do. Thank you so much for watching to the end, and we'll see you next week.